Fort is the newest hero to T3 Arena, and a lot of people have been commenting asking, you know, how do you play him? How do you play him better? What are some tips and tricks? Can we get a guide video? Just a bunch of stuff like that. So today we're going to play Fort. I'm going to show you guys how I play him. I've gotten him up to like 600 trophies around there. So I know sort of what I'm doing, but there is definitely better Fort players in the world. I am by no means an expert. Just some things that I've picked up over a couple hundred games with him, and I wanted to show you guys those today. Also stick around towards the end of the video because I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of counters to Fort if you guys have been having problems with him, and just a couple of different heroes you can play to hopefully maybe win those 1v1s against Fort, or even, you know, those team fights. So stick around to the end. We're going to show you guys that, but let's go jump into some games and I'll show you guys how I play Fort. All right, y'all, so here is Fort in game, and this is what he looks like in the main screen. If you guys don't have him, he's kind of a beefy boy, but I have him at 618 trophies, so I've played him a little bit. And like I said, I'm by no means the best Fort player in the world, but he is a lot of fun, and I've learned a couple of things through all the games I've played. So what I figured is we're going to jump into some team deathmatch, maybe some free-for-all, and then I'll probably do like either payload escort or payload race, or one of the objective games, maybe control if it's in rotation right now. And then after that, we'll talk about counters and stuff. So let's jump into some team deathmatch, and I'll show you guys just a couple of tips and tricks that I've learned with Fort. So let's do that. All right, so we jumped into some team deathmatch, and one thing that I like to look at whenever we jump into team deathmatch, I like to assess my opponents. So they have a Skady, they have an Aletta, which is one of my counters, and they also have a Fort. So Fort versus Fort, we do have the Sindri and the Mark, so we have a little bit more of longer range, but the Skady can be a problem, but the Aletta is one of probably the biggest problems, if not the best counter to Fort. If they're a really good and really like strong Aletta player, then I'm gonna have some troubles here. So that's one thing you want to look out is for Alettas, but I do like to assess my teammates or my enemies in the loading screen, just to kind of see what's gonna go on, what's gonna happen, and who we're gonna be playing against. I'm gonna put a shield down right here, and hopefully we can take out this Aletta quickly. I know she's weak. There we go. We got her down. We got her down. And we do have the enemy Fort over there. He's going to back up. I'm just going to take out his shield as fast as I possibly can. And my shield's on 3-second cooldown, so we should be good here. I'm going to pop it. Take out the Skady. See if I can deal some damage on this Fort, which doesn't look like we're going to. So we're going to back up. We're going to back up. Let's regroup with our team. See if we can take out this. Okay, cool. Take out the Aletta. That's good. Like I said, Aletta is one of my weaknesses, so we really don't want to play around the Aletta. We want to try to get her dead as fast as possible. And like I said, Skady is always an issue. If you're a good Skady player, you're going to be doing some crazy stuff. One thing I do like when we have an enemy Sindri is to actually block off our not enemy Sindri, our teammate Sindri, is to block off their oh, he's gonna get me in his, but I ended up killing him. I'm just gonna take some damage. I like to block off her turret, so her turret's like protected. That's actually one like cool combo you can do. I'm just gonna sit here and let myself regen a little bit. And there's the Aletta. Like I said, Aletta's one of my she's just so hard to counter. She's just so zippy. She's one of those things that like she's just too fast for me. And my bullets are a little slower, so it's hard to like really get a good hit on an Aletta. I'm gonna put this down so we can hopefully block that off. Okay, the Skady's dead over there. Our Mark died over here, so let's go see what's going on this side of the map. We just got big boy Fort over here just doing his thing. He's gonna have to run. Yep. The reason I put that down is so she can't sticky. That's one cool thing about playing against the Sindri is her sticky traps are blocked by the shield. They're blocked by every shield hero, but that's one thing that I really like when we get an enemy Skady. I'm alone, so I am actually going to back up. Is you can counter the Skady's like sticky trap. And don't be afraid to use your ult if you have it. Like, if you have it, go for it. Like, yeah, it's on a little bit higher of a cooldown, but it's definitely something that you got it, you use it. Like, there's no reason to not. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, here's a shield spot I like a lot. You can block off almost that entire like catwalk. And we're gonna try to deal damage to their fort's shield. And you wanna like play aggressive. He's I think More Atomic probably said it the best. He's not a tank, he's an off tank. He's definitely an off tank, and that Skady ult's unfortunately gonna hurt me really bad, but we're gonna try to push for the health. They are coming from all sides, so we kind of want to assess what we're gonna attack first. Let me see if I can block this right here so the Skady doesn't kill us. But yeah, More Atomic said it the best. He's definitely an off tank. He's by no means a tank hero. At least a full tank. A full tank shouldn't be able to deal this much damage. And it's definitely no surprise to people that he is an off tank. He's just different. Like, Jabali's a true tank. He's something else. We're gonna go ahead and use this. And I'm gonna put this there because they did not get stuck into it. So now we're just gonna back up. We're gonna retreat really weak. Maybe not the best ult, but it will suffice for now. It made them back up, and that's really all that matters. She's gonna try to stick. There we go. She's gonna back up to the fort. Oh, we're gonna push her. We're gonna push her. We're gonna push her. Let's go, Mark. Let's push her. There we go. GG's. So there's a lot of different things you can do with Fort. He's not just like he's not super straightforward. You can actually do a lot of stuff. Hey, and we got MVP. Good job. Good job, everybody. You did great. I love your faces. So as you guys can see, he is a very amazing hero to play with a team. He's also just kind of crazy in free-for-all, which we're going to jump into next. But yes, he is a very good team player. I enjoy him on a team. So let's switch over to free-for-all and let's see what he's all about in there. All right, free-for-all. Free-for-all is a little different of a monster. With Fort specifically, they're just going to let me get that kill. Okay, cool. With Fort specifically, everything is now a 1v1 in theory, unless you get like, you know, like triple teamed, or if anyone like jumps in on an encounter. So one thing from what I was saying with team deathmatch, use your shield to, you know, block your teammates. That's kind of out the door. Now it's all your shield is your shield. So you kind of want to pay attention to that and hopefully get some sneaky kills. And then we don't want to mess with Victor. Victor is not a fun time for Fort. I'm gonna push you. Osas. We've found that Osas is actually pretty decent against him, but it's by no means like the best counter, unless you're just absolutely cracked. Anyone can be a counter to Fort. Anyone in the game. If you're good enough with the hero, anyone in the game can be a huge counter to Fort. But you know, just some are better than others, unless you're just absolutely cracked out of your mind. You want to watch out for Victors. You want to watch out for Victors. Oh, this could be good. Someone's... Oh, dude, Shell is so sneaky. Shell is a really hard character to play against. It's I don't know what it is, but we have found that she is probably one of the best counters. I would say it's a Letta for sure. Victor is so hard to kill, dude. He's just so beefy. Victor is another counter. That's why I was like, let's get away from this Victor. So we got Shell, we got Aletta, we got Victor. Johnny Jet's pretty good against him. Maybe not necessarily the best counter, but you can definitely lose sight of Johnny. A good Johnny Jet player can outplay a Fort. You can keep your distance from Victor. He's not the best, but a good Victor is terrifying. Look at Shell. Look how much damage Shell does to you, dude. Like, Shell is just crazy good. Crazy good. No, Victor. Not today. Leave me alone. You stole my kill. Damn you, Osas. And look, Shell got... Oh, no, Osas got me. Shell got me again. No, 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 no. Oh man, that the shield is a lot more powerful than you could like imagine. It's actually really good. What you doing up there, Victor? No, leave me alone. Dude, he's just so strong. He's so beefy. Victor is so powerful. He has such good like health that it's just so hard to kill. Speaking of Victor, what's up, Victor? If I can hit my damn shots. No, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Thank you. All right, let's just kind of run around. We're not really finding anyone. Need 4 kills to win. Oh, Victor, you jerk. Yeah, come over here. Walk into my thing. Bye. We got the Victor that time. Like I said, don't be afraid to use your ult. Your ult is really good. Did I get her? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Someone's above me. Oh no, it's Shell. I'm telling you, Shell is such a good counter. I mean, I won the fight, but she's such a good counter. Absolutely very strong counter. We won it though. He's definitely different in free-for-all. I know that a lot of people were saying that he's like a crazy character to play in free-for-all. He's just different. He's a lot slower of a character, so it's slower of a map, it's slower of a gameplay whenever you're trying to find people, but he was pretty good in free-for-all. Not terrible. Here's all the stats for free-for-all if you want to check it out. Boom. All right, let's jump into another game type. Let's see if control is in rotation right now. He's really good in control. All right, we took the objective. Let's try to hold that. And thankfully, the Skady just used her ult. So we're going to pop that there because we know that that's another area that they can fly through. We're going to take out the Skady. She's going to die from that. Coolio, coolio. We're on the point. There's Sindri's back there in the corner. Oh, and she's coming in with ult. We're going to pop this here. That way we just have a little bit more health that she has to get through. She's going to take Labula, but we're going to trade her out. Good job, Sindri. Good job. And I did see, yep, there's Skady right there. Okay, so you gotta assess the situation. You know Skady's gonna come from the right, so that was actually a really good play to put the shield there. That way she couldn't stick. Sindri's gonna go for it, and we're gonna get ulted. That's okay. We're gonna put this here now. We're gonna get the Christina off the point. We're gonna kill the Sindri turret. We're still messing with this Skady. Okay, there's just so many things going on right now. Okay, we got the Sindri. That was a good snipe. We're going to try to flank the Skady because she's just causing a ruckus over here. Hey, Labula got her. Coolio, coolio. All right, let's get back on the point. Let's protect the point as much as we can. Like I said, this map, they have to run so far to get back to the point that it's like a really good map. And we know that they're going to probably push up the center. So we're just going to be able to take that Christina out pretty easily. And I'm going to actually pop this up there. I don't think I got anyone with it. I think they... Oh, they killed the Sindri like too quick. Okay, well, it was a wasted ult, but it's a good deterrence, especially in control, where you can pop it and like use it to hold them back, so we can just capture more progress on the control point. So it's actually a really good ult for that situation. We're gonna just blast down the Christina. Her bomb's right here though, and we win it anyway. Super quick. He is probably one of the best characters on control, at least that I've played. He can hold the point so well, but he can also deal a ton of damage. And the time that it takes if you team wipe to like get them to come back to the control point, he can actually just regen all his health. So he's actually really, really good in control. All right, guys, let's talk fort counters. So fort counters, in my opinion, this list is my opinion, but in fort counters, there is Victor. Victor is really good against fort. He can throw him around with his second ult. He can stun him with his dash. His shotgun does a ton of damage, and I can't one burst him. That is such a big thing. Like, heroes like Mark are really easy to kill because I can one burst Mark. Even sometimes Hunter's pretty easy to kill because he doesn't have a lot of health. You can one burst him. Victor is so good against fort. If you guys haven't played Victor against the fort and you need to learn how to play Victor. Victor is such a strong character against him. The stun, even his first ultimate is really good against it, but he just has so much health that it's hard for me to like keep up. So Victor is a really good counter. Another counter is Aletta. We kind of saw that a little bit. Aletta can do a lot of things against all tank heroes. Aletta is really good. If you're a really good Aletta player, you can actually do a ton of stuff. On screen right now is a clip. I was doing a 1v1 against WCG, and WCG's Aletta gameplay is crazy good. And he just absolutely annihilated me. We did 1v1s to test all the different counters. And when he was playing Aletta, it was just nuts. I couldn't do anything. Aletta is the tank killer. Just like if you guys have played Overwatch, Tracer is a really good counter to, say, like Reinhardt or any of the tanks. Tracer is to Aletta as, you know, Fort is to Reinhardt. They're just like, Aletta is just so strong against tanks. She's zippy. She's hard to keep up with. She can deal a decent amount of damage. It depends on what ultimate you're using, but to be honest, both ultimates are really good. And she's just hard to keep up with. So I would say Aletta is also another fantastic counter to play against Fort. Another hero we all kind of agreed on in the Discord is Shell. Shell is crazy good against Fort. The fact that Shell can just kind of like maneuver around and kind of you lose sight of her, and she, depending on what ultimate you use, both are really good. But if she can get you stuck in her first ultimate, it actually does a lot of damage. Her just primary weapon does a ton of damage up close, and if she's dealing all that damage to you, it regenerates her ability, and she can just keep like going invisible around you, and you just have a hard time keeping up with her. So Shell is a fantastic counter against Fort. You guys need to be playing Shell if you're going up against the Fort, or for that matter Aletta, or for that matter Victor. Again, this is my personal list of characters that I think are really good against Fort. So in my personal opinion, I think Johnny Jet is actually a fantastic character to play against him. A couple of people might disagree, and Johnny Jet maybe isn't as strong as the other counters, but I would say he is still a pretty decent counter against Fort. He, you know, can be invisible. He can flip around you. You can kind of lose sight of him. It's almost the same concept as like Aletta or Shell. You just completely lose sight of him, and it's like, where'd he go? And then he just pops up and just starts dealing more damage to you and stuff. So I think Johnny Jet's actually a fantastic hero to play against Fort. Maybe not necessarily at the highest competitive level, but he is still a pretty good counter. If you guys have him, I would say give him a try against Fort. He is pretty good. Also, surprisingly, Ya is really good. Again, another zippy, fast character. Someone that's going to kind of get out of your line of sight. You're going to be hard to like keep up with. So Ya is a fantastic character or counter against Fort. You can get him low enough to where before his health regen kicks in, if you guys have his passive, you can actually just dash through him and kill him. And he's just, it's hard for me to keep up with a Ya. So a great Ya player will know how to counter Fort, and it's just one of those really good heroes to use. All in all, with the counters, Fort is not the best hero in the game. He is a very strong hero, and he's also new. It was the same thing with Ya when Ya came out, or the same thing with Hua Ling when she came out. Every hero that comes out and is new to the game, we just don't know how to play against them yet. So once you learn how they play and their mechanics, and you learn your hero, or you know, whoever your main is or whatever, any hero can counter any hero. It just depends on how you play the hero. Like, for example, right here, WCG was playing against me. I was playing Fort, and he was playing Labula, and he absolutely annihilated me. It's just one of those things where you have to know how to play the hero in order to play against another hero. It's just practice and time and dedication, and you just learn the heroes as you go, and you get better and better, and then you in theory will be able to counter anything that comes your way. I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Discord server. If you guys aren't a part of the Discord server, make sure you join it. We have a huge T3 community in there, and we talk about a bunch of stuff and different counters, and we play games, and it's a ton of fun in there. We have a lot of fun when we talk and we get together and stuff like that. But I wanted to give a quick shout out to all you guys in the Discord. We got WCG, we got On Top, we got H&R Nathan, we got Boyo Bro, we got Republic Shiny, we got all the homies. We got Germ. Oh man, who else? Just K. We got El Franco Tira. We got all the homies in there, and I wanted to give a shout out to them for helping me create this video and helping me with the counters to Fort. Evil Bunny, that's another one. Crazy K13, that's my fiance. all the homies in the Discord that helped me with this video and did a 1v1 against me, or just in general are in the Discord and wanted to hang out and talk. And if I missed your name, I'm sorry. I don't have all the names in front of me right now, but I appreciate you guys for being a part of the Discord. And make sure you join it. Make sure you join in on the fun. We talk a ton in there about T3. It's a good time. But there you go, guys. I hope you learned something about Fort. He is a really fun hero to play, and he is really strong. He does a little bit too much damage, in my opinion. He probably needs to tone back and damage a little, but that is a level 10 Fort in all the different game types. Maybe not all the different game types, but most of the game types. And you see how he can play. You can see what heroes can counter him and just stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions about Fort, please drop them in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. You can also join the Discord, like I said, where we talk about all this stuff live in person on Discord. So if you guys want to come hang out, we put together private matches, we hang out, we test things, we just talk about the game. So if you guys want to join that, make sure you do. But yeah, that's about it for today. All right, guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe for some more T3. I have a ton of stuff planned with this new Did You Know series. It's actually a really fun series that I started. If you guys want to go check that out. We started a series. It's called Did You Know? And the first episode was about Johnny Jet, and it's just stuff that you may or may not know about the hero. The next episode is going to be Aletta. The comment section decided between Kazuma and Aletta, and everyone wanted to see an Aletta video, so I'm going to be working on that this week. It should be out hopefully later on. I'm not really sure when, but later on this week, I'm putting a list together of stuff that you may or may not know about Aletta. So that is going to come very soon. Also, we got season 3 right around the corner, so we got a ton of new stuff. And whenever the official T3 YouTube channel launches the season 3 trailer, talk about, you know, whatever, we're going to be learning more about the hero and just, you know, what the season has to offer. I'll be covering that. Yeah, but we're going to be covering it all here on the channel, so make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, peace out, y'all.